Hey, kindergartners! Yesterday, you worked with Mrs. Colgrove on making connections in the text polar bears, but you only did the first half of the book. So today, Miss Ennis is going to work with you on making connections in the second part of our book, Polar Bears. Let's get started. So the first thing that we need to do in order to make connections is to go back and look at some of the key details that we found in the second half of our book. Now, instead of reading and writing these with you, because that would take a really long time for you to watch me do on video, I went ahead and took ideas from our book and put them onto the slide here for you. So for example, the polar bears are fast. I put on your slide here that no other four-legged animal can swim as fast as the polar bear. They're great divers and can see underwater. Or the part about polar bears being endangered, that climate change is their greatest threat. And you can see that on your slide there too. You can review these key details with your caregiver, but I'm also going to talk about them on the next slide, so you don't have to read all of them right now. Here are some key. Okay. So let's think about how these key details go together or connect. What do they all have in common? What is the main theme of these key details? Polar bears are patient hunters. Okay, so they're hunters. They can smell a seal's breathing hole in the ice. Well, I know that they eat seals, so we've got that they're hunters, something about what they eat. Polar bears like to eat only the blubber and skin of a seal. Okay, so what polar bears eat? A polar bear can eat 100 pounds of seal fat in a single sitting. Still about what they eat. So, are you getting how are all these details connected? Let's see if we can fill in the sentence. These details tell us about what polar bears, did you say eat, and how they get their food, right? So these are all about what they eat and how they get their food. Good work, friends. Now let's look at these. How do these go together or connect? What do they have in common? They're masters when it comes to enduring blizzards. They have lots of warm fur. Their compact ears and short tail help to prevent heat loss. Okay, so let's think about the things that we heard. How are they really good at staying warm in cold weather? That they have lots of warm fur. That their ears and tail prevent them from losing heat. That means it keeps them warm. So these details tell us all about how polar bears stay warm. Yeah, how they stay warm. Their fur helps them. They have short ears and a short tail. Those things all help them stay warm. How do these details go together or connect? So what do they have in common? Polar bears can swim fast because of their dinner plate size front paws. No other four-legged animal can swim as fast as the polar bear. They're also good divers and can see underwater. How are all these details connected? What do they all talk about? Well, I see things about them swimming fast and why they can swim fast, their big webbed feet. No other four-legged animal can swim as fast as the polar bear. And how they're good divers and can see when they swim. These details tell us about how polar bears swim. Yeah, how they swim. They swim fast. They're the fastest four-legged animal. They're great divers and they can see underwater. That's all about how they swim. Let's do one more. So this is our last connection we're going to make. And we want to think about how these go together. So there's only 20,000 to 25,000 polar bears in the world. Climate change is their greatest threat. And when the sea ice breaks up and melts, it makes it hard for them to catch their seals. That's what they eat. So it's hard for them to do that. In certain regions, fewer baby polar bears are surviving because their mothers are not well nourished. Oh man, baby polar bears might be dying. All right, so we heard about something that is their greatest threat, climate change. There's not many polar bears left in our world. The ice breaking makes it really hard for them to get their food. Would you like it if it was really hard for you to get your food? No. And not many baby polar bears are surviving. Oh man. So these details tell us about why polar bears are blank to survive. Does anyone remember that word that we read in our text? Struggle or struggling? Why are polar bears struggling to survive? And all these details connect because they tell us about why they are struggling. What makes it hard for them to live? Nice job today, readers. This is really tough. Okay, boys and all right, so here is our key detail chart that kind of has the main topics from the second half of our book. So we learned all about what polar bears eat or their food. We learned how they stayed warm, how they swim in the water, and why they're struggling to survive. So your last job today is I would like you to tell someone at home one main topic from the book Polar Bears and one key detail. So for example, I could say, one main topic from the book Polar Bears by Mark Newman is what polar bears eat. A key detail is polar bears eat mostly seal, blubber, and skin. See how I did that? All right, it's your turn. Try it at home with your caregiver. Great job today, readers. That's a tough lesson. Give yourself a pat on the back.